Hello.
Hello, you two.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Footballland.
Oh.
2 words, and it's an improvised comedy podcast.
Oh, God, here we go. Here we go.
It is. We invent rides that would populate an imaginary football-themed theme park in the Qatari
You
desert.
don't take it seriously, Mark.
I'm taking it very seriously. Look at this face. I've never been this serious.
Mate, when you watch Dragon's Den, are you thinking, these are imaginary inventions? No, these people have put their lives and their livelihoods into those inventions, okay?
The artifice of television.
And it doesn't matter that they can't even work out what's turnover and what's net profit. Like, they've put in a good idea. They've got a business plan. They've put up placards. They've put an A1 poster. They've even got products. And, if Deborah Meaden says no, that's it. They have to burn the lot.
Yeah, but when the cameras stop rolling, they go back to their real jobs.
Oh, okay.
It is an interesting point you both raise. I mean, it's not real.
Well,
but is it real?
Exactly.
Because you're saying it's
Thank
real.
you.
And therefore,
well, this is real. We're real.
Yeah. The Mighty Ducks, they weren't real. And now they're a real hockey team, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a film that became a hockey team, okay? So Footballland, you might call it 3 twats with microphones making up stuff.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying that if they're... Okay, I'll tell you what. If there's not a theme park in Qatar called Footballland next year before the World Cup, having spent $1 billion on it, I will kiss you. I will sit on your lap and I'll tickle your chin and I'll kiss you on the lips. And that is a promise.
I will hold you to that.
That's a promise.
I will hold you to that.
That's a promise.
That is why I'm going to block any attempts to build Footballland.
Okay, here we go.
Jingles. Jingles lap. Yeah, jingles for Footballland. Send us your jingles for Footballland. Send them to our Twitter account. Send them via the Patreon. Email us. Turn up at our door with a big package of jingles. Jingles lab. Jingles for Footballland.
Who's first?
It's me first. I am going to pitch a facility. I think this falls under facilities.
Right.
Yeah. It's called Keystone Cops.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So basically, the elevator pitch is this is a security team who are all Klopp lookalikes. They will turn up at any emergency or any kind of riffraff playing up and do the heavy kind of security work, the hurly-burly, like bouncers. They'll do it whilst incorporating slapstick comedy routines.
Right.
So this was inspired by, and you both may remember this, ITV's Jonathan Swain was fooled into thinking Jürgen Klopp was celebrating with the England fans on Wembley Way. Yeah. He appeared on live television, showed a photograph of this look. It was a lookalike. It was bloody obvious it was a lookalike.
Yeah.
But he claimed to this morning's Lorraine Kelly that he'd been partying on Wembley Way the day before with Jürgen Klopp. What a good bloke Jürgen Klopp is. Like, would a patriotic German, when England are playing Germany, would he really hang out with the England fans and get hammered? Like, he's a fitness nut as well. It was fairly ridiculous. So that, it got me thinking, Jürgen Klopp is renowned for his knockabout comedy, as all Germans are. He has a gift for turning any press conference, especially with is it Des Kelly?
Right.
Lorraine Kelly's daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
He has a knockabout routine with Des Kelly on Sky. Is he Sky or BT Sport?
BT, I think.
He's BT,
he gets very animated in a very, very funny way about things that are really important to only Liverpool. Non-Liverpool fans love it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know you're a fan of Jürgen Klopp.
Yeah. Well, no, he's great. I wouldn't say he's like...
Not convincing me.
What?
Well, Mark said I know you're a big fan of Jürgen Klopp, and then you went, yeah.
Well, I think he's a good manager.
Right.
And that's all I've got really on Jürgen Klopp.
He's funny as well. He's very, very funny.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't pay 20 quid to go and watch him at the Palladium, but, he's occasionally quite humorous.
Where would you pay 20 quid to watch him?
I would pay 20 quid to watch him play ball in a square in Paris. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
If you're going,
if I'm playing with him,
get me a ticket.
Yeah,
because I'll come.
would you like to play ball with, or, pétanque with Jürgen Klopp?
Please.
Yes.
I'm saying yes.
Does that
Paris?
20 quid include travel and accommodation?
Because it's a really cheap trip to
Yeah,
Paris.
definitely.
Yeah.
I might skip the pétanque, but I'm definitely on that trip.
Klopp's on his own, but hey, guys. Yeah, but no, I mean, are you saying Klopp's really funny?
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
More in physical comedy.
What do you mean in physical comedy?
Well, the Keystone Cops
I
started.
know what Keystone Cops are.
No, but for the benefit of people that might not know.
But my question is he funny physically?
Yeah.
In what way?
He's just a clown.
Why?
In the
How?
most complimentary way.
Yeah.
Have you not seen him do his pratfalls?
No.
So he will turn up to, if something happens on the side of the pitch.
Yeah. I've sort of seen him mimic a kind of a dive a bit. He kind of, I've seen him roll around on the sidelines.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen.
If there's a medical emergency on the pitch, he will run on, lift his hat in comedic surprise, jump in the air, and then run about with his backroom staff very energetically in random directions.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
So
basically you've said, do you find Jürgen Klopp really funny physically?
Yeah.
And I've kind of said, I can't see it. And then you've said, yeah, but we've already got a security team now.
Yeah.
Mark, you like to explain things.
Yeah.
One of your most said phrases on this podcast is, for those of you who might not know.
Yes.
I think now more than ever that when you've uttered that phrase, now is the time where I think you might just want to, for those that are not au fait with the Keystone Cops.
Yeah.
Who and what they are.
So the Keystone Cops were a comedy troupe of prior to the invention of moving image.
Right.
They were a vaudeville outfit, tumbling pratfalls on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Then the movie camera came along, and very early silent films featured the Keystone Cops. They and Keystone Cops has become part of footballing folklore, commentary folklore, in that it's a common phrase to say that was Keystone Cops defending.
Right.
So this, I think, ties back in with why we need a Keystone Cops.
But then
I always thought that was to do with that row of trees in Keystone.
Yeah,
the Keystone Cops.
The Keystone Poplars.
Cops as in COPSE.
Yeah, I thought that because I thought that the defenders were very sedentary and that they just let the forwards sort of just walk past them, and they went, that's
a much more poetic reading of Keystone Cops defending.
I've always, so I'm glad that.
So you thought it was meant like statuesque defending?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'd never, until Mark.
With a squirrel running up Phil Babb.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
He didn't cut that cross out because he was feeding nuts to the squirrel.
Yeah.
No, that's not what Keystone Cops defending means, but I wish it did.
Yeah. So okay, I'm just trying to square this in my head that, okay, my main issue so far is linking Jürgen Klopp to this, other than it's Jürgen Klopp, which is fine.
Which sounds like cop.
Yeah, which is fine. So we can definitely run with that. But are people who aren't as aware of Jürgen Klopp's sort of pratfalls, which I still can't see myself,
Watch his press
like,
conferences.
why are these
very
Jürgen Klopp
funny,
people knocking over about themselves? Because it wasn't silent comedy as well. So no matter what Jürgen Klopp says, that's irrelevant because these are mutes.
Yeah, but his physical comedy is where he really shines on the comedic stage.
Right.
So I think there's something really quite sinisterly effective about. Imagine like the chaos at the Euro finals at Wembley, all that carnage. Harry Maguire's dad kicked in the chest so he breaks a rib.
Right.
Now, wouldn't the management of that have been A, more effective, and B, much more entertaining if a bunch of Jürgen Klopp lookalikes had turned up and just done comedy routines there?
I know, yeah.
Everyone would have calmed down.
Yeah,
Harry Maguire's dad would have laughed and hurt himself even more because he's broken his ribs. But he would have enjoyed the pain because it was worth it.
Well, for that reason, I'm in.
Great.
Okay,
so let's vote.
Yeah, let's have a vote. Yeah,
all those in favour of introducing the Keystone Klopps as our security team in Footballland, after 3, say aye. 1, 2, 3.
Aye. Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you.
Let me take your hand. I want to take you to Footballland. sand. And I'll run out of lyrics.
What you got for us, Ryan?
I have something for ConkCaf.
No, we
The
need
Conker's Cafe.
things for
Yeah. Well, this is one of those rides that you get. It's very common in theme parks, particularly to the types of like Disneyland theme parks, the more expensive ones. It's like an around the world. We've got around the world in 80 Steves.
We have the balloon ride.
It's a balloon ride, so I see that more as a balloon ride. I see that more as like a
The flying Dumbos.
yeah,
Okay.
like those types of things. Or there's always a cable car. It's in that kind of category. Whereas this ride that is the Alexi Lalas Land.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so La La Land,
Right.
LA.
Yeah.
LA,
Yeah.
of course it is.
And
yeah.
the film.
Yeah,
La La Land, the film.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called La La Land, that
also
film.
yeah, set in LA.
La La Land.
Yeah, in La La Land. So yeah, Alexi Lalas Land. It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's an around the world ride.
Yep.
But limited to Alexi Lalas's career.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Goodness. Which was, you're about to say probably, which didn't involve that many clubs, or did it involve loads of clubs?
An interesting array of clubs.
Okay.
Not that impressive,
Right.
but but impressive enough.
Yeah, good.
He's the Neville
wait,
Southall of
yeah.
CONCACAF.
I mean, it's for you to judge, right? So this ride is, I was thinking train. Train's nice, it's traditional. But then I thought, no, I want to make this as much of a Alexi Lalas experience as I can. So for those who don't know who Alexi Lalas is, he was a very ginger man.
Very.
So
He's
I
an
think,
American Billy Connolly, isn't he? In facial hair.
he had that kind of D'Artagnan sort of musketeer
Yeah.
beard mustache combo. It looked like a kind of a ginger Frank Zappa.
Like he would have been good in the
Um,
French Revolution.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would have been great. And so I think that he's so red-headed. As you enter the ride, you get donned with a pair of strawberry blonde glasses.
Okay.
Or-
So you see everything how he sees it.
or Auburn glasses,
Yeah.
right? And so you see everything like that. He, in his sort of early days, played for a team called, in an amazing American style, the Red Knights.
Yeah.
I think it was a university team, and they were the Rutger Scarlet Knights, which is nice and fitting. Scarlet Knights, red hair,
Yes.
we're all in, yeah?
Yeah.
Red
So-
Sky at Night. Billy Lalas is in the air.
So he also famously wore a headband.
Yeah.
This ride gets a bit rough and ready. So the headband, I think, is potentially a bit padded.
Right.
A bit like, Jimenez is for Wolves. It's a bit, not
yeah.
that big.
Yeah.
It's more like a tennis one.
Uh-huh.
You slip that on, you've got your glasses on, and you've got, I think we also give people the moustache beard combo.
Uh-huh.
Stick that on you. So there you are, you're Alexi Lalas. And then you put on a knight's outfit.
Wow.
He was a rough and tumble defender.
He was.
Yeah.
And I want to make this ride rough and tumble.
Yeah.
But I want to also protect people. So
Yeah.
you put on a
Full
scarlet
suit of armour.
knight suit of armour.
Chainmail.
Chainmail, yeah, why
Knee
not?
pads as well, because that's very rough and tumble.
Chainmail is a bit more. You're a bit more mobile in chainmail.
Yeah.
I prefer.
You'd like the
A
like,
full
almost
suit of
like
armour.
Yeah, they're like the
Yeah.
plates.
with the almost like the jousting suit
Yeah,
of armour.
yeah,
That one, full on, right? So you're there. You're in all your kit. Now, Alexi Lalas had a trial at Arsenal.
Yeah.
They didn't want him.
Oh.
So I think to start the ride, we stuff you in a cannon and we fire you as far the fuck away from Arsenal as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Away
Please
from Arsenal.
Get away from Arsenal.
Away from Arsenal.
So maybe Wenger's there,
Yeah.
and then maybe he lights the cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So medieval cannon, Arsenal, get away. You fly through the air and you land in Italy.
Ah.
That's where Alexi Lalas went.
Can I
next.
guess? Genoa.
Close. Do you want to keep guessing?
Three.
I'll give you three guesses.
Palermo.
Oh, that was going to be my guess.
Close, as in
Close again.
Sampdoria.
Padua.
Oh, Padua.
So he went to Padua.
Right.
Yeah. And so I think that you dress as your red knight and you land in some kind of tubular pasta.
Oh,
Right.
penne.
Yeah,
Or
maybe
rigatoni,
penne.
if you want it a bit wider.
Rigatoni or cannelloni even. If you
Cannelloni
want to really like
for the Americans.
soup,
Yep.
soup that. Or there is a specific pasta from Padua called bigoloni, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's like a really thick spaghetti.
Tribute. It's named after Mr. Big from Sex and the City.
It's Italian pasta, but it's big, so they call it bigaloni.
There is.
Hey,
There
you want
is.
some of this bigaloni, Alexi Lalas?
He had a great time in Italy. I think it was the last time that Padova were in the top flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
After he left, I think they then got
Went to
relegated,
shit, yeah.
and I think they're in
Because they had too much bigaloni.
Yeah, they're in like the
Can
fifth
we
division.
do medium aloni?
So, I'm glad you said Genoa.
Yeah.
The next leg of Alexi Lalas's journey
Right.
is he goes to the New World,
Oh.
or also
What?
known to him as
America.
home. Yeah.
Right, okay.
So he sets off.
Oh. Columbus Crew?
No. Not yeah, almost. That would have been so good.
New England Revolution?
Yes, he basically he goes. I'm going to say he journeys a short journey across Italy to Genoa. He sets off with a man.
Set sail?
Set sail with a man that looks like
Trying to
Christopher
go to
Columbus.
India.
in a 3-mast rig ship.
Yeah.
Trying to go to India, but he hits New England.
Yeah. And so you're going across the Atlantic with
Yeah.
a man that looks like Columbus.
Yeah.
In your boat, and then you land on the shore of the New World.
The New World on the
Yeah.
Mayflower.
Yeah. Can we conflate those? Does he maybe?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pilgrims.
Yeah.
We've got a
Pilgrims.
billion quid. We can do what we want.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So at some point you change ships.
Yeah, halfway.
Maybe
yeah, because
at the
Columbus is
Azores.
like, guys, I don't think this is India. We look like we're going to like Bahamas or somewhere. So
Yeah.
you want to change ship here? We'll
Yeah.
go on Mayflower.
Oh, change.
Yeah, and then
I
you
don't
jump
know
on the
why.
Mayflower with some Irish guys.
Yes.
Like maybe we could get like Robbie Keane because he went to LA as well, didn't he?
Didn't
Yeah.
the Mayflower sail from Plymouth?
Yeah, but Robbie Keane got it
Was
in
on
the
it.
middle of the Atlantic from
Right,
Columbus.
yeah.
So yeah,
He
so
got
yeah,
a
you
shuttle
and Robbie
flight to the
Keane,
Mayflower.
yeah, who pilots it?
Yeah. So you've had a great time in Italy. Bit like an American tourist. Very
Yeah,
brief.
yeah,
you
yeah.
go up to Genoa. You get on with Columbus. You go New World. You change at the Azores.
Uh-huh.
Meet up
Go-
with Robbie
yeah,
Keane.
yeah.
You get to the New England Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this bit, I think, in like those around the world rides are normally a bit shit, aren't they?
They
They're
are,
a bit low
yeah.
rent,
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah.
like waxworks and that sort of stuff. So I think at this point there's maybe a lighting change,
Mhm.
and we zoom forward from like 16 whatever
Yeah.
to like 1970s.
Oh, psychedelia.
And so we're in like
Yeah,
I'm doing a
yeah,
dance.
yeah.
I'm doing
Austin
a dance. You
Powers.
can't see that, but I
it's,
did a dance.
it's great
It was a
audio.
good- so we're in
visual.
the 70s, and then now we've got a let's say hitchhike across America
Yeah.
in a psychedelic fashion, going through Alexi Lalas's MLS career, and also maybe there's an asterisk here because I'm not sure this was entirely MLS. It was probably that mental
NASL.
NASL,
Yeah, yeah.
And a bit of indoor soccer.
probably. So you get to New England Revolution.
Okay.
You're in New England. You've got to head south
Yep.
to the New York, New Jersey Metro All Stars.
Oh,
just
yeah.
the world's
Metro
most
Stars, yeah,
mental
yeah, yeah,
name
yeah.
for a club ever.
They became the Red Bulls, right?
Yep. And then you've got to go take a sort of right there and head west.
Hang a right.
Hang a right at
Yeah.
New York,
So,
New
so what are you
Jersey.
seeing at New York, New Jersey?
I don't know. It's up for you. What do you want to see?
Oh gosh. I don't really know anything about New Jersey, but
Maybe-
what about Kevin Smith?
Oh, I was going to say just a pizzeria, just
Yeah,
to
just a
make
pizza,
him,
just a nice
just
pizzeria.
to-
But Kevin Smith
to
is
remind
like,
him of where he's just come from.
and Kevin Smith is the Metro D.
Yeah,
So and he just fists a bit of calzone in your mouth.
Yeah.
it's a massive
And
bologna.
it's like a Philly cheesesteak one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I reckon that in the true spirit of how shit these rides normally are, which is like all the time periods are mixed and stuff, you look out the other window and you see the Statue of Liberty being built.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
something like that. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
it should be totally
By
incoherent.
Silent Bob building it.
Yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
why
Is that
not?
the same as which one's Kevin Smith?
He was silent.
All right. Jay then.
yeah,
Jay, yeah.
Jay would be building the Statue of
Jay's
Liberty.
building the statue.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you hang a right at New Jersey.
The Turnpike.
Yeah. And you head west.
Yeah.
And you,
Can I guess? Not Columbus Crew.
not Columbus Crew.
Chicago.
No,
Oh.
we're getting close. You're sort of Midwesty. There's a reference to a very famous film, We're Not Here Anymore.
Kansas
City Wizards.
Yes! And so now we have the chance to go full kind of
Kansas,
Kansas,
Dorothy.
like city
Wicked
wizards,
witch.
witches.
Yeah,
It gets all like
witches. Yeah, hurricane-y. Can have a tornado.
like Alexi Lalas himself looks a bit like a mad wizard.
Yeah,
Particularly
he
kind of
does.
70s
He
mad
does
wizard.
look
looks
like a
like
70s wizard.
Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
He goes behind his own curtain.
Yeah. And so we've borrowed a bit of crap from Universal for a bit, right?
Yeah.
We're going to get that, like the red shoes and all of that stuff on.
It was
Yeah.
on MGM, but yeah.
Yeah, and those. And then you can't spend too much time there.
No.
Because every ride has to end.
Oh, just
And-
like life. Yeah.
Yeah.
He ends in LA Galaxy.
Yeah, because he's Alexi Lala.
He ends in LA Galaxy.
La La Land, yeah.
Ah.
And he ends at the Galaxy. At which point, I think that around
And he
the
meets
world,
that emotional reunion with Robbie Keane.
And they sing the love duet from La La Land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In front of you, Robbie Keane. Slightly off key.
Yeah.
And at which point, this probably, again, as a terrible segue into a kind of Space Mountain.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's a bit where you do the tour on those around the world tours, and they like to do your like prehistoric man thing, and you're going through the prehistoric man and all of that, and it doesn't really make any sense. And then you're just like, whoa, and now we're in space. That's where we end, I think.
In space, the galaxy.
In space,
the galaxy, the Milky Way.
LA galaxy.
The Milky LA.
And I think it's probably just full of unbearable twats that you want to avoid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that way we get people out. So you've done the ride. There's the exit. Get out of La La Land.
Yeah.
Because
it's dangerous.
And
Yes.
you come out by the bins and it's just all shit.
Yeah.
And that's Alexi Lalas Land.
I mean, I've got zero comments. I was fascinated and enthralled by it. I mean,
it's entertaining, it's educational.
it's educational, it's
isn't it?
entertainable.
Yeah.
And, changing ships at the Azores is such a nice thing. I've got a little fact for you.
Yeah.
If you sat on a rowing boat in like Majorca and did nothing, the current would take you all the way to the Caribbean without you even doing anything.
How long would that take?
It would take about 6 months.
Oh. So
Yeah.
La La Land, out you get by the bins and you're off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love
Done.
it.
Because LA is the bin store of America.
Yeah. I am in.
Yeah.
You're in.
100%
It was
in.
nice. I think not enough. We've not got enough of CockfightAnthony, and we don't know enough about those kind of MLS, NASL.
It's true.
Legends. And,
And we need to know more about them. And do you know what I'd like to see something on? Mexican soccer, because that's in CONCACAF and Canadian.
I mean, they've got a golden generation coming through, if that was ever a possible thing
absolutely.
to say
So
ever.
let's try to think of some Canadian and Mexican ideas.
All right.
Yep.
But just for now, I suppose we should vote. Even though you're all very excited about the Alexi Lalas Land. Okay. All those in favour of the ride I just said, because I've said it too many times already. Who wants it in the ride after 3? Say aye. 3, 2, 1. Aye. It would have been fantastic if you'd both gone, nay. And shoved all over my dreams. But there we are.
Okay, I have an idea, and it's called Relegation Cockfight. Now,
I'm in.
Relegation dogfights we all know and love. However, we have too many rides in Europe. Okay, Anglo-centric rides. You have a relegation dogfight. They always call it a dogfight in the UK.
Yeah.
But what do they love in South America? Cockfighting. They
Very
love
good.
cockfighting. So this is a CONMEBOL ride in South America, and it's all about the relegation 6-pointer. It's all about you versus another person, mano a mano, who comes out victorious. Cockfighting, but I think that's a bit violent. I mean, in South America, they do like their blood sports.
Yeah.
You know, they like cockfighting, dogfighting. Do they like dogfighting down there? I don't know. They do like bullfighting as well in sort of
Bits of Mexico,
South America and Mexico, but also obviously in Spain. Obviously, in England, we just have basically fighting, you know, human fighting, which I think is boring. But what do we have? What is a dogfight? It's not necessarily dogs fighting,
No.
it's World War II Spitfires,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
So
Did that name
how-
come from dogs fighting?
Did it?
I don't know.
Well, I
That's a
don't know,
question.
but Spitfires fighting in the Second
Yeah.
World War, or a Spitfire fighting, they
Any
wouldn't have
aerial
two
battle.
Spitfires fighting each other because
No,
that would be
they're-
like friendly fire, wouldn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
enemy agent has got into one of our
Oh gosh,
planes.
that would have been scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about we put chickens in play? We could put chickens in planes.
Yeah.
We could put chickens in planes. We
Yeah.
could, so that the English are happy with the relegation dogfight. It's set in CONMEBOL, but hey, guys from England, I know you only watch the Premier League.
Yeah.
Come over to South America to see a relegation cockfight, but in a Spitfire. So we
Yeah.
get two small Spitfires that you can remote control,
Hen-sized.
hen-sized. You put a rooster in each, and
You're
going to
saying
remote control
you're
them.
saying so many different chicken things.
Yeah.
You said chicken,
Yeah.
you said
Hen,
hen, you
rooster.
said cock, rooster.
Do you know what a cockfight is? It's two roosters, and you put you strap a knife to their
Yeah.
legs.
There is a bit of
You
that,
strap a
yeah.
knife to their legs. You put spurs on their feet so that they can
What's
just
wrong with shooters?
Well, they have small guns, but they're not as accurate when they're very small.
They don't have opposable thumbs, do they?
No.
Chickens, so they
they
struggle with the
just
trigger.
strap knives to them.
That's
but I'm saying,
horrific.
but wouldn't chickens like to shoot a gun one day?
Yeah.
Aren't they bored of knives? But if we put two cocks in planes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they're remote controlled, and we can put club insignia on the planes like
Yeah.
they did in the Second World War.
Why are they remote controlled?
Because
they've got chickens in them.
It was Churchill. He did everything.
But the chickens
Such a hero.
chickens can press the fire button
right.
with their beaks, so they can peck at the
Okay.
fire button, and you can control these Spitfires
Yep.
like smashing each other in the sky.
Yeah.
I guess if it's a relegation 6-pointer, there's 6 points of damage on your plane, and if you get all 6, then the other one,
Yeah.
you win.
Yeah.
Crashes and burns.
Yeah.
And you can put like insignia on of South American football clubs like that are relegation hardened, or you can put like West Brom, Norwich, Burnley.
But yeah,
Southampton,
Southampton a bit, yeah.
But like it'd be great to find some Argentinian relegation threatened teams.
Do we
Yeah.
not have enough funding to develop miniature planes that chickens could actually fly?
Well, chickens cannot fly, can they? Or they can only fly a little bit. So it'd be
Yeah.
great if they could learn to fly and like do their own flying for once. For
No,
goodness
I,
sake.
I,
Yeah.
I mean in the planes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they
Yeah.
can only fly for what 5 seconds. If you chuck a chicken up in the air, it can flap and then fall down.
Isn't there?
Yeah.
Isn't there the slight issue that chickens keep their heads still? If a chicken's head stays still,
Yeah,
then if the chicken sort of is controlling the plane with its head, with
Yeah.
the joystick,
yeah.
then if it like banks left,
Yeah.
its head's going to stay upright.
Well, why is that a problem when you're flying? That's
Well,
a
'cause
good thing, isn't
That's
it?
a really good thing because
No.
you're always up, you're like magnetic north.
No, because then you need to correct. You need to go right, because otherwise you're just going to keep going down and down and down, aren't you? But if the chicken head is always in the middle, it doesn't.
So if the chicken head stays constant, if the plane like
Yeah.
turns around 360 or does a kind of roll,
Yeah.
is that just going to twist the chicken's neck up into like an elastic band, and when it gets out of the plane, it's just going to unwind?
Well,
That's the problem. Will the
well,
chickens get too
Is
dizzy?
that the problem? Oh,
Is that the only problem
I
we
thought-
have with
So
this?
you're well. This is why we have humans controlling them as well.
yeah. I think.
So it's like
I don't
an
think we
emergency.
should put all our trust in
The chicken.
But I think that you're not putting enough faith in Darwinism here. Surely
Yeah.
we can breed a generation of chickens
We
that can
can.
control a warplane.
Yeah,
Is that too much to ask?
I don't. But there's a question: should we?
yeah.
Well, that is an ethical consideration.
Because
Yeah.
that's a really important question.
How many
That's
generations are you talking? Would it take to breed a generation of chickens that can
Off the
control a
top of my
warplane?
head, I reckon we could do it in 3.
Right. You know what, if you think-
That's the opening line of a doomsday film in the near future.
Well,
Isn't
that's
it?
what I'm
Hey,
saying.
I tell you what, guys, the chickens have got warplane technology.
When I say
They're only Spitfires.
They're tiny as well. They give you a nasty nick.
when I say should we,
Yeah.
that I don't want people to chart back from the end of human civilization to look back and go, what was the beginning of the end, and go,
It was the
those
chickens
it
of
was those
Footballland.
morons at Footballland that taught chickens not only
Yeah.
to communicate with humans, to pilot technology,
Yeah.
but also to kill.
Right.
That wouldn't be a good legacy, would it? I mean, they would file that along. Are they the same arseholes that had dogs being chucked over a fence into a tube hole. Not all of them made it.
History is not going to look back kindly on this part.
Well, I feel like we're getting blamed for South America's tradition of cockfighting. They've been arming these chickens for centuries.
Yeah.
They've been putting knives on their feet.
Yeah.
Why are we getting the blame just because we put them in warplanes?
Well, I think
like
it's the
if you walk down a street and chickens in the
Yeah.
future have evolved to now they're 10 foot tall and they've got a knife on their foot, that's not our fault. That's South America's fault.
Yeah.
If you put them in a warplane, you can fight back.
Didn't birds evolve from dinosaurs? Are we not in danger of reversing evolution and bringing back dinosaurs?
That's quite a cool thing, though,
But
isn't it?
I think everyone will be happy
We're
with
bringing
that.
back the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So I got 2 questions.
Go on.
Firstly, is South America operates on the weird
Clausura,
Yep.
Apertura,
So we need to work out
What's
how
relegation. They have weird seasons in Brazil.
sort of like a 2-part season.
Okay.
And then the second thing is you've mentioned cockfights.
Yeah,
You've mentioned dog fights.
I have.
Are we forgetting bear fights?
We are. That is a good thing from
Because-
used advisedly, but it's a good thing from history.
All of
You
a
could
sudden,
get a bear in a plane. You could choose a different size plane. Cock, dog, bear. Like the
And
famous puzzle where you've got to get a fox and some grain over
I
a
thought
river.
you were going to say the Roman punishment for killing your family member, where they tied you in a sack with a monkey, a snake,
No, I
and a
think
dog and threw you in the river.
I think. Here's how you can have every animal.
Remember that?
When I was knocking about in ancient Rome, they didn't do that.
Get away with that one. Thank God nobody found my dead sister.
Right. As we know,
Yeah.
relegation dogfights are not always equal. You've got some teams have got a bit more money, some teams have got a few more points on the board.
Yeah.
You look at Norwich, they're fighting against the tide. So I say we have a little handicap system whereby
You've got a warplane.
get-
You've just got a knife sellotaped to your wrist.
No. We choose 3 different sizes of warplane.
Oh.
One that fits a cock,
Yeah.
one that fits a dog,
Yeah.
and one that fits a bear.
And
so,
if the evolutionary thing happens, we need to build a plane that big enough for a dinosaur. That's a big plane.
but if you choose West Brom, who are boing boing baggies,
Yeah.
you only get the little one, the cock.
The cock.
If you have not Burnley, you need a team
Bit of
that
a yo-yo team.
more of a yo-yo-y team. Like it used to be like Portsmouth or something.
Yeah,
like that.
well, I mean, Burnley
Anyway,
were your archetypal
Burnley,
one.
Burnley, dog.
I guess it's Fulham now.
But we need to translate all of this to South American clubs.
Yeah.
So we need to, firstly, for common blah, 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 we need to work out who are the Burnleys, the West Broms, the Norwiches of this world are in South America.
Of this world.
Yeah.
Of this world. And secondly, we need to train those bears to get in a plane.
And the chicken.
And I think
the
the
dogs.
Russians probably sent bears up to space. So it's going to be easier to train them. And also, look at them with their juggling and their dancing.
Bears are funny.
Yeah. So they could probably pilot a plane in fewer generations than a chicken.
Yeah.
Definitely. I reckon they could have a blooming good go at it already.
And a dog,
That's
just
a reality TV series I would watch.
Yeah.
Like to see who
Which
evolved.
could pilot a plane first.
Well, dogs are the most...
What a 6-parter presented by Danny Dyer that would be.
Yeah, I'd watch that. A dog is the most intelligent mammal.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's a dolphin. It's
Yeah,
not. It's
well-
a dog.
Let's have a little training session where dolphins could go in planes as well.
Yeah.
You'd have to water them. You'd have to keep it full of water, salty, briny water.
That's going to affect its
Sloshing about the
performance.
Spitfire.
Yeah, that's good. Once that goes into a roll, that's not stopping.
No,
because the
maybe in a
water will just
submarine. Put a dolphin in a submarine so it's underneath and it can bazooka like planes out the
ground
sky.
to air or underwater to air missiles from dolphins.
Yeah.
They're peace-loving creatures, aren't they?
They
dolphins?
are. They're the most peaceful
I don't
creature,
know. I
apart
don't
from bumblebees. Pretty peaceful.
Bumblebees are the kamikaze pilots, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are.
They have the ability to cause harm, but at some cost to themselves.
But I think we're all in agreement that we need to get animals in planes.
A bumblebee in a plane would be pointless because they can already fly. It would be so tiny.
It has to be a very small plane.
Yeah.
Very small.
So if you were the remote controller making sure if it gets
Yeah.
into trouble, would your controls be tiny as well?
Yeah, you'd have to have very small controls, but I think if you
Why couldn't the plane be big?
the bumblebee just knocking about in the plane.
that's fine.
You need to get a bumblebee sat down and strapped in for its own
So you want
safety.
yeah, but it could be a really small chair in a really big plane.
Humans.
You're saying have a big plane with a tiny chair.
I'm saying
and
instead
tiny
of-
controls. It's like a waste of space then if it's strapped in.
No, waste of space. I'm thinking of a waste of money. You've got regular planes, one that already could accommodate a bear. Therefore,
Piloted by a bee.
so therefore, why not have just regular planes?
Yeah.
But having
with
different
human-sized planes.
human-sized planes,
Right.
Yeah,
Like a proper Spitfire. So we don't even need to shrink them down.
I reckon, Spitfires are quite small, but I reckon you could fit a small bear in there. Maybe
Yeah.
a juvenile bear or a lady bear.
Sounds sexy.
Lady Bear. I'm just thinking about Lady Bear books, like children's books,
Lady
like
Bear.
Lady Bird,
Children's
but Lady Bear.
Lady Bear books.
Yeah, maybe a black bear. They're quite small and a bit more friendly than brown
Than grizzlies.
Grizzlies. So regular sized planes. Let's save a bit of money. I don't want to make micro technology. We're making a plane that's.
But you're not going to have a
Ladies
chicken in a
and
normal
gentlemen.
sized plane.
Welcome to today's transatlantic flight to Los Angeles. Your pilot today is a wasp.
It's Mr. Bumble. Yeah, I mean, look, we could just make. I think it would be cheaper to make a small seat and a small joystick
Yeah.
than it would to make an entire small plane.
Trouble with bears is you never know which of them you're supposed to make yourself look big for, which
Yeah.
of them to climb away for, which one to climb a tree.
To make noise or to
make
be
noise.
quiet.
So when you're teaching these bears to fly planes, your tactics of how to teach them is going to be wildly different. One of them you're going to have to be up a tree.
Yeah.
One of them you're going to have to be making yourself big the whole time so it doesn't bite your face off.
And if one of them you're speaking to them through headphones, they're the bear that prefers silence, then how do you teach a bear that doesn't like noise?
Do it in a library.
What, just
How big's that plane going to be?
holding up pictures. Look at that. Look at that, but not with words.
You just
Turn the page. Look at that.
just in the British Library going through the theory with a bear that doesn't like talking.
Just holding it up. Look at that, but I'm not going to say look at that. Just gesturing. Wait, clap your peepers on this.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So
Well,
lots of development still to be done with this. A lot
Yeah,
of work,
thank you.
I think, still
But
to be done.
I think broadly it's the size of the
Yeah.
plane now.
It's fair. Yeah, we've nailed it to the size of the plane.
Yeah, and just working out which teams in South America do get relegated.
Yeah, and it's classic David and Goliath, isn't it?
What's more difficult, working out what animal can fly a plane or working out what the hell the league system is in South America?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I
That
think they're
is
pretty
true,
on par.
yeah.
And that is the real quiz here.
And now, to a degree, the South American aspect has fallen away slightly,
Yeah.
only because we've brought it back to a global thing in that we've got, bees, birds, bears, dark canines, and even potentially dinosaurs. Let us not forget the dinosaur.
Yeah.
They would definitely need to be foot operated
Yeah.
Because they've got
planes
very
because they've got
small
tiny hands.
Yeah.
Or you'd have to have a very long steering wheel right up to their face.
So it's not. So we don't necessarily have to worry about the league system. We got bigger fish to fry. Is what I'm trying to say.
So we're all set to go on the dinosaur plane, but we can't get a steering wheel that's big enough.
I know, you have to
abandon
do
it.
the league system. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, all in favour of relegation cockfight? Say aye. 3, 2, 1. Aye.
Aye,
Love it.
that's good. I liked it.
Thank you.
Foot. Footballland.
And that is over.
That's it.
That's it. We're
That's
finished.
That's it now.
That is.
Until next
That.
week.
What a day.
What a day. What an event.
What a day.
It's 3
A
new
world.
rides at Footballland.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, I can't wait to build them. I can't wait to train those animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as ever, if you've got an idea, become
Join
a
our
patron.
patron, yes.
You can pitch an idea. We'll pitch it for you on behalf. We'll scrutinise it. We'll develop it. We'll do all of that. And
You get the glory.
yeah, you get all the glory. And if you don't want to do that, then you just keep listening and tell your friends and review and like.
Bye.